Yes, people, welcome to the Real Talk Football TV Premier League debate show. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. 906, Tobias, myself, Shaq. All right, Premier League season starts on Friday. Burnley versus Man City. We're just going to go through predictions. Who do you think is going to win the league this season? Tobias, you can start, and why?
What are you saying with me? I don't like starting, especially given the transfer window still open. I don't know why we should do that after the. Can we revise after the transfer window?
Nah, man, because you don't know what's gonna happen, bruv. You man ain't buying no one. You man got everybody there.
Yeah, what are you talking about us? I just want to know the whole setup, man. Why are you always trying to do?
No, Tobias, I make you right. I make Tobias right on this one because we could get rid of Salah tomorrow and just have Nunes as attack. So
where you're moving,
bro, it don't matter. I'm telling you, it does. Well, go on, 906. Whoever started, go on, Premier League. Who's winning the league? It don't matter. The transfer window's still open. Who's winning the league?
Premier League City.
All right, Tobias.
Do you want it 1-2? What do you want it 1-4?
Oh, well, we'll do that in a minute.
All right.
You can't look past City, but even with the people that have been and gone, this season for everyone is just mad. I just don't see how it maps out really. So I'll say Man City by default, really. Even though I'm not fully convinced, but it's either that or me saying Arsenal or even Man U, and I also don't see that. So
I'm gonna go for Arsenal. Reason being is that I just don't see Man City winning it for fourth year in a row. I think their problem will be, can you keep everybody hungry? They've lost a few key players, and I think Arsenal at all the clubs are the most stable. And I think with the signings they've made, they have to kick on again. And I think them beating Man City in the Charity Shield, I know it doesn't mean anything, but to get over that mental block that they know they could actually beat Man City, I'm gonna go for Arsenal.
Pens. Last minute goal and on pens.
It don't matter. I'm going for Arsenal.
This is not a normal game, bro. You can't put it all on the Charity Shield like that was something. No, that would have been a draw. Normal days, that's a draw. That's still nothing.
Bro, for win to win, they won.
It didn't even go extra time though. That's pre-season at its best.
Win's a win. Who got the trophy, bruv?
Bro, okay.
Who's got the trophy?
No, but you're. I'm not debating. I'm not debating.
So they won. So they won.
I'm telling you, you can't judge. You can't say what you've said, and then say it's because they won the game, because they didn't clearly win the game. So you're making these bold statements about they're mental, but they didn't win the game though.
They did.
Didn't we win the Charity Shield the other season?
They won the penalties. So how can you tell me they didn't win the
game? They won
on
penalties straight after the game.
Okay,
so if it went extra time and they won, then I hear what you're saying.
But it doesn't matter. The game didn't go extra time, so it went to penalties and they won. And my opinion is Arsenal going to win the league. Arsenal winning the league. That's my opinion. Arsenal are winning the league. All right.
I just think with that they've bought some decent players, but if those decent players get injured, back in comes the dross with Arsenal, and it's if they can keep up that momentum.
They've done what most teams have done. Like they've signed players, but the getting rid of players outweighs what they've signed, doesn't it? Really, because you're buying the players for depth. So you look at yourselves. You brought in 2 midfielders. How many you sold?
Yeah, but I'm talking about Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal have bought depth. I think they've bought players who are coming straight in the team. I think Timber goes straight in. I think Rice has got to make them better for the money they've spent. And I think Havertz, when he's fit, comes in as well. So I think if you look at the players they've bought, they're not come to strengthen. They come to make their team better. There's no depth. It's like they're coming in to start and push Arsenal onto the next level. So that's why I'm going for Arsenal. I just think a fourth year in a row, it's going to be tough. I think Man City might win the Champions League, but to win the league again for 4 years straight, I just think Arsenal going to win the league by default. That's my opinion anyway. All right. Who's going down?
You look at Luton straight away for me.
Just for that.
Straight away.
Luton have just got to go.
Straight away.
I'm looking at Derby season. You remember when they finished one of the lowest points? That's what I'm looking at because I don't see who they signed. I don't get it. So
I don't know.
I'm going. Luton are going down immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Bournemouth go down because I don't like the Gary O'Neill thing was madness. So do I think they go down? I don't know, but they've got a few man on like semi-pro money, non-league money. See one going like $350 a week and that. I'm like, this is mad. So, and the last one's going to be again probably one of the newly promoted teams.
906.
I'm thinking Burnley. I don't think they'll last out. I think they'll do. Yeah, I think they'll have a good couple of games. Show some energy start of the season. Everyone gets a bit hyped on them, and then quickly fade through fatigue, probably. Sheffield United, can't see it. And Fulham,
yeah.
Fulham. They came 10th last year.
I know. I just don't see. I don't know. I don't see. Have they strengthened? I'm trying to catch anything to see they're onwards and upwards, but I don't know. I think that could be the shock one.
I think that could be the shock one. Out of them, I reckon Burnley. I just think that for a season, maybe they might be able to do something, surprise a few people. The high, and plus they played good football last year. Even in the cup against us, they looked all right. So I think in the way it's playing, they might do all right.
I think Everton will go down because you can't keep flipping scraping the barrel every year. Their motherfuckers always stay up for the last game.
I think
Everton are going down. They have to go down. I think they will go down. It all depends if Calvert-Lewin can stay fit. If he stays fit for 70% of the season, they'll stay up.
Don't say Calvert-Lewin in it. That's like saying Tony Martial for us, innit? Just forget.
No.
That's not going to happen. Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if he stays fit somehow, miracle, I think they stay up. If he doesn't stay up, they're going down because I know they've got the financial fair play. They're only looking for free transfers. So I think they will go down. Luton already down. I agree what Tobias said. I think they won't get no more than 15 points. And I think Sheffield United will go down. I think Burnley will stay up. I think they're going to shock people. If you've watched Burnley in the Championship, they're good. They ain't the Burnley of old. They score lots of goals. They're going to concede a lot, but they will go out and they will beat a lot of teams. They're going to be tough to beat at home. And I think it's going to be not be a walkover for Man City on Friday. They'll win, but they will have to work for that win. So I think Sheffield United, Luton, and Everton. All right. Let's go for player to watch. Who do you think has got like the most pressure, or the signing where you think who has to deliver?
Well, it's given. Rice and Enzo Fernandez for me.
100%.
Yeah. I have to produce something. Enzo's gone under the radar, and I don't know whether he's gone under the radar because Chelsea as a whole was so bad, and that he coming in January. But if it's going to be the English media, if they're going to look at Enzo against Rice, then it's always going to be Enzo's getting killed first.
Yeah.
So Enzo needs to be pulling up some sort of truths.
Well, so let me ask you something. I was having a debate with someone. I was at football. I was debating with someone. We're talking about Declan Rice. He was telling me Declan Rice is a world-class DM and he's a generational talent. What do you think about people thinking Declan Rice is world-class and a generational talent? Because I've got my take on it, but I want to hear you guys because I want to have a little rant on this because I think people are using the word world-class. A generational talent is something different. You should not be using that word with anybody. World-class is one, but generational talent is something else. But what do you think about that? Is Declan Rice a world-class DM?
I haven't seen anything to make him a European, the best European DM, not a world class DM.
Not the best DM in the bloody
in the Premiership. Let's bring it right back in Catford. Do you know what I mean? Let's bring it right back. I haven't seen that kind of work. I don't know. Maybe I'm watching the wrong channel, but
I think the problem is that the fee dictates a man, isn't it now? Unfortunately, so because he's gone for so much, automatically he's world class because I think it must be in people's minds that they think, how can he go for so much if he's not world class? If we get Amrabat, then we got a better deal. Personally, I feel, and that for me just tells you all you need to know.
All right, I'm gonna have my little 2-minute rant on Declan Rice. No disrespect, I actually think Declan Rice is a good player, but good player is a good player. World class is world class, but generational talent is something else. To me, generational talents are people like Zidane, R9, Ronaldinho, Messi, Rooney, Cafu, Owen. Them type of players, when they were young, teenagers, off the bat, you knew these men were different. That's a generational talent. Mbappe, when you saw him as an 18-year-old, you thought, oh my God, this youth is different. Same when I saw Wayne Rooney when he scored that goal against Arsenal. That's a generational talent. Where these men are playing from 16, 17, 18, and they're the best player on the pitch. And they're the best player in your team. And all the senior pros know already. Declan Rice has never been a generational talent. In my opinion, I don't think Declan Rice is better than Michael Carrick or Nicky Butt. And they were just excellent DMs. He's not better than them. I just think Declan Rice is a tiny bit cultured, better version of Jordan Henderson. And if people are saying that he's a world-class DM, so I'm going to reel off world-class DMs what just played in the Premier League, who have played deep line playmakers or just playmakers in general. So you've got Xavi Alonso, Mascherano, Petit, Vieira, Roy Keane, Casemiro, Makelele, Essien, Gilberto Silva. He is not in that bracket. I've just named 10 DMs. He is not in that bracket, and he'll never be in that bracket of DMs in just Premier League alone.
Okay. So if they're saying that, and they're saying, what does Declan Rice do outstanding?
Thank you. That's why I asked. What does he do? What's amazing? To be a generational talent.
Better than everyone else in the
for club or country, I haven't seen it.
There you go. I don't know either. A generational talent, you can see on the bat, this youth is different. It doesn't matter what position. So if you go by generational DMs worldwide, just off the top of my head, Busquets, Xavi, Pirlo. When you watch them, you're like, oh my God, you're not seeing anything like them. They are different.
How old is Rice?
24.
24.
You would have seen that from the time of 18. What are you talking?
That's what I'm saying. So when you talk about generational talent, you see it from straight away. When you saw Rooney from straight away, Rooney looked like 25, big old beard, bullied everyone, scoring worldies. You knew this youth was different. Their whole demeanor is different. When you saw Messi off the bat, different. Same like Zidane, different. That's generational. And I even forgot Kante. That's what I'm saying. These are top world-class, high-level DMs. Declan Rice is nowhere near that level, and he will never be that level. He's a very good player, and he would make Liverpool better. He will make Chelsea better. He's at Arsenal. Hopefully, they make them better. But I don't think he makes Man United better. You wouldn't put him ahead of Casemiro.
No.
He would. No. He doesn't make Man City better. He wouldn't put him ahead of Rodri. And the thing is, I actually like him because he would make Liverpool better. And if we got him, I'll be very happy. But to say he's world class and a generational talent, I'm telling you, people put out the word just world class too much. Generational talent, when you see someone off the bat and you knew they were different. When you saw Cristiano Ronaldo play against Man United for Sporting Lisbon, you thought, oh my God, that boy is different. You don't see players like that. They're once every 10, 12, 13 years. So to say he's a generational talent is bonkers to me. And I think he's a good player. I think he's a good player.
I don't know. Who else? What's that? What positions Lavia play? What's his best position?
He's a DM.
He's a DM. And I'm seeing more movement off that boy. Interceptions off that lad. Running at speed and all that, passing out, time on the ball, awareness. I see that in Lavia, and he'll get me off my seat before Declan Rice would.
Forget Lavia, Calcedo. This is why
Thank
Calcedo.
you.
And again,
Calcedo's better.
I'm just throwing names in the ring.
And they're like, are you mad? What, Declan's going for that match and you want me to sell Calcedo for 70 mil? Come on, behave
Crazy.
yourself. It's not happening.
Come on. I like him. I think he's a good player. But I literally fell off my chair when man said generational talent. Generational, you know? Like do you know what the meaning of a generational talent? It's a talent that you've never seen before, who's different to everybody else. And they're generational from the bat. The second you see them, 17, 18, 19-year-old, you think, that youth's different. That youth's going to be special. And I do not see that with Declan Rice. I just think he's a very, very good DM, will do a job in the Premier League. That's it.
I'm interested to see it with Arsenal, to be honest. With him in Arsenal, I want to see how much leeway he gets given by the media as well.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested to see it. It is because they wanted to get rid of Partey at one point, Arsenal. If they would have got rid of Partey and just left Rice by himself, it would have been over.
All right, Tobias, is Declan Rice better than Partey?
No.
The best, they're even, if you're going to go the best. But you cannot say Declan Rice.
Bro,
I don't think he's shit.
He's not.
He's not shit. But I don't think Declan Rice is a better player than him. I think they're quite similar. They're quite similar. So for you for someone to say he's a generational talent, to me, that's mad. That's mad. A good player. But like I said, I don't think he's better than Nicky Butt. Certainly not better than Michael Carrick. So the Man United team,
nowhere near that. Yeah, nowhere near that. It's just a buzzword at the moment. That's all that is. That's all that is. It's a buzzword at the moment. Every time, do you know what I mean? Every time he makes a tackle, it's going to be it's going to be biblical, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Declan.
I didn't watch the game yesterday. How did he play?
I think he was poor. He just played sideways.
Didn't see it myself.
He played sideways. He got the ball, played it sideways for 60, 70 minutes, done nothing really. I thought Partey was excellent.
That's right.
And I thought Odegaard was very good. But I thought Declan Rice came off after 65 minutes, but done nothing. Like I said, in my opinion, reason why I've gone for Arsenal, because the Declan Rice hype needs to be shown. Because I think if Arsenal do not win the league and you're spending over £100 million on a midfield player, then to me, that's failure. I don't care what Arsenal fans say. To me, that is a failure. For spending that much money on one footballer, he's the guy to catapult you to first from second.
Yeah. So this is, I think if we're looking at that and that's what we're saying that Rice is going to do, I'll be very surprised if he did. I'm not going to lie. But
Tobias, if they're spending that much money on him, what's the expectation?
The same expectation. Listen, we know as well, those players that go for such big money, it's a struggle. It's been proven throughout the years that 100%. Anyone that's gone for money like that has never held up to the value. Like people are raving about Grealish at the minute, but even Grealish, he hasn't held up to the 100 million there.
He's been terrible.
The treble covers over his cracks, though. Winning the treble just covers over everything. Yeah. But Arsenal are going to win the treble, so they're not going to cover over the cracks of what's going to happen. I think the Timber looks good. He does. I'm surprised with how we're looking at right back at the minute. And for the price they got him at as well, that we didn't look at him as an option because Ten Hag's just making that team Ten Hag changing room, all ex-players. So, but yeah, I'll be interested to see. The league in itself is going to be a bit messy. So,
all right, last bit before we go. Who's your top four?
I go Man U. Well, Man City, Arsenal, Man U, Liverpool. I shouldn't really I put you in there before you sold all your players. So I'll keep that in there. But if you don't make those signings, then I'm shipping you man out. So
906 quickly.
You ain't even got a squad to start the season.
Okay, I'm going for City, Arsenal, Man United.
All right. I've gone for the same as Tobias. I've got at the moment, if it stays as it is, I think Arsenal, because I just think Man City can't win it for a fourth time. Man City second, Man United third, Liverpool fourth by default, because I don't think the others are that good.
The reason I say that Man City will win by default, because the previous years, the other teams have either had continuity or they've been actual great sides. And unfortunately, at the minute, I don't see Man United as a great side. Consistently, definitely not. And I definitely don't see Arsenal as them guys either. So I think everyone's still in that transitional period, which helps City dominate and do what they're doing, especially this season, given that Pep's giving everyone a free hit by shotting everyone. But
you can see it by the teams that tweak and the teams that buy out. Do you know what I mean? It was like Liverpool, that we were a team for a little bit that was just tweaking. We just need that little position covering. Do you know what I mean? That extra bit of pace or that extra bit of something. But you can see the way City are buying. You can look at the way everyone else is, and you know City's going to do it again.
Surprise team this year. Everyone's going Villa.
They're going to be good. They've bought some good players. Pro Torres at the back as well. I think people have slept on it. I think they're a good side. Very good. They could close the gap. All right, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We are Real Talk Football TV. Klopp in. We are out.